everybody, I hope you're doing well. In today's video we're going to be making some perler bead art. I'll show you how I made this butterfly. It's pretty cool. I always organize my colors in little bags because I know some of them come in like these big bins, and it's just easier if you have all your colors together and then you can pick out the colors that you want. So I always pick out what stencil I want and then I put it on this little tray. This way you can take, a handful of beads, put them on your tray, and they won't get lost or roll off the table. For the butterfly, I always start by doing the outline, and you can make it in whatever color you want, but I chose to do black. I sort of based this design off of one of the sample ideas that was in the booklet, but I tweaked it to make it my own because I didn't particularly care for their color scheme. And like the overall design was fine, but just tweaking the pattern a bit. But I always start by making the outline first if I'm going to have an outline on my perler bead piece, because that way you know where everything goes, and I find it's easier to work from the outside and then work in. But if working from the inside out works better for you, by all means, you do you and do what works for you. I mean, it's art. There's no real wrong way to do art. I know that some people say there's a right way, quote unquote, and a wrong way, quote unquote. But I feel that art is about being expressive. And as long as you're not hurting anybody in the way you're expressing yourself, I don't think it's particularly wrong. I mean, be considerate of others, sure, but at the same time, you're allowed to voice your own opinion and expression. But, yeah, so I'm almost done with the outline of the butterfly, and then I will fill in the body. So again, if you want to do your butterfly body a different color, that's 100% fine. I chose to make mine black to kind of match with the outline, but if you, make yours outline a different color, then you're more than welcome to make the butterfly body a different color too. It can be matching, it can be different. There's really no right and wrong way to do this, other than, at least with this particular project, not putting the beads on the little pegboard, because I feel like it'd probably be hard to get, iron it together and fuse them if you don't. It's potentially possible, I guess. I personally haven't seen it happen before, but, So I'm separating the wings and adding a little bit of a design with the black on the bottom. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, and if you want to make your butterfly on like a square board, because one of the kids I babysit, he wanted to do his design on a square board, so 100% you do you. Whatever works for you will be great. So then next, I'm going to start filling in with some of my chosen colors. For this particular butterfly, I like doing monochromatic type color schemes where they're all like in the same kind of color family. So I picked a light green to start with, but again, you can make it whatever color scheme you want. You can do rainbow, you can do monochromatic, you can do analogous, complementary, whatever you want to do, go for it. This is just what I chose to do, and one of the reasons I chose to do green for this butterfly is because my uncle, when he passed away, there was a lot of symbology with the butterfly and bright colors, and he really liked the color green. And then right before he passed away, his great nephew, maybe, I'm not entirely sure how it works out because it's my great aunt's daughter's son, I don't know, but so he came up to his mom and was talking about how he had this new imaginary friend. She's like, "Oh, what's your imaginary friend?" Thinking, it'd be another person, how little kids, because I think he's 3, have imaginary friends or a made up creature. It's no, specifically a green butterfly, and he kept his green butterfly imaginary friend in his pocket. And my uncle was known for saying, like, if he got a hug or had, you know, a nice warm smile or love sent his way, he was going to keep it in his pocket so he could keep it with him all day. So people are kind of speculating that, you know, his spirit was visiting my little, I don't know, second cousin? I guess that's what he is. Anyhow, I decided to make this in honor of my uncle who passed away right before the summer, and I thought it'd be nice. But I also plan on making, you know, butterflies in different colors because the kids I'm babysitting / tutoring with the whole online virtual learning thing, the girl asked for a bunch of different butterflies, so I figured I would fulfill her request. And she specifically asked if I would make a video about perler beads because she's been enjoying making perler beads with me this week on all her breaks and talking about crystals. So that was nice. But so I'm almost done filling in the butterfly wings and the butterfly. I personally like doing different colors to help it pop. I feel like the bright light green really pops against the black. But I also just, again, wanted to keep it a monochromatic type color scheme where they're all in like the same color family. The bright light green is kind of like a yellow green, and the other lighter green is kind of like a pale, kind of, sort of blue green. It's more green than blue, but it kind of has like that hint of blue to it. And then there's the dark green, which I also like. But yeah, this is how I chose to do this one. If you have ideas, feel free to try them out, and I'd be more than happy to see whatever projects you make out of these. I find it really fun to see what other art people have been doing. But once you put all the beads in, you're going to take it over to the area to iron. And if you're, you know, one of the younger kids doing this, definitely make sure you get adult help and or supervision for ironing, because the irons get very hot, and you don't want, you know, we don't want anyone accidentally to get burned, because that'd just be sad, and we don't need that. We want to have fun, not get hurt. So you'll take the wax paper, you'll put it on, and you'll apply your iron after it's heated up to it to make sure they all fuse together and melt together. You might need to go over it for, you know, a few times to make sure it all fuses together. And what I like to do after I feel like the first side is all the way fused, I will take it, flip it over, and get another piece of the wax paper. Usually the kits come with their own, but you can use some from your house, because a lot of houses have wax paper. And then I'll run over and fuse the other side. And I feel like that way the beads don't pop out, because sometimes when you just do the one side, one or two might not be all the way fused, but then when you do both sides, there's a whole lot less likely chance that they'll pop out and fall away. So I also made the blue one the other day, and the girl really liked it, so I made a collection of all these butterflies. But it's pretty simple. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. Tune in next time. Bye!